I remember, I think it was last spring, we were walking out with a group of people, and Phyllis and I were bantering back and forth with the others, and Keith heard us say that we were excited that we would be able to tithe again. I'd been out of work for a while, as well as Phyllis, and this opportunity to actually be able to give out of our abundance, if you will, that excites us. That's the way we started our marriage. That's the way we want to continue through this.
I had been out of work for 2 years because I was going to school full time, and Wally had been out of work for 1 year.
There was no worry, and then people came out of the woodwork to help. I mean, that God's people came to meet needs that we didn't expect, and that was very touching.
Wally helped at the food bank, and we were involved in other ministries and tried to give tithe of our time, but we weren't able to give financially.
There were some other places that we gave, if you will. We didn't have money, so we gave of our time or other talents, and that's, personally, it's not an obligation. It's something that I know that I can do, and I enjoy doing that.
And so we hadn't been able to tithe, and through our whole marriage life, we had tithed regularly, and it was a real burden on our heart.
Phyllis and I had talked about the first time that we got paid, and that we would be able to tithe, and we did our bills. You know, we had our little meeting and did our bills and asked God to bless that time, and we wrote the check together. I mean, that we sat there, and there was it was something that we tore it out a little bit, and we placed it in the envelope, handed it to the other to seal. There was a lot of anticipation about that, and I was up on the platform at that time, and Phyllis was in the congregation, and I could not put it in the plate. And there's a lot of stuff going on, and I didn't see right where she was, but I did not get to witness her put it in there.
And then the first morning that we got to put our tithe in the offering, Wally was drumming that morning, and I was down in the congregation, and it took all I had not to put that tithe envelope up and wave it up in the air so that Wally could see it. I thought that might be a little too prideful, or look a little too prideful, but really we were just very excited, and I wanted to share it with them. But I didn't, I just slipped it in quietly. I think sometimes when something's a sacrifice, or it feels like it's a sacrifice, if you continue at it, if you keep striving to meet that, pretty soon your attitude follows it, and it becomes joyful. Because you know that deep down it's something you want to do, and even though it's hard to do because it's a struggle, eventually your spirit catches up with that, and it does become joyful. It's just becomes something I look forward to. It's a way for me to contribute. It's a way for me to praise God and give back to Him. And really, it's all His anyways.